Good evening to all the beautiful people around the world. Last time when we had the superstar of Sri Lanka, Angelo Matthews, at the show, at the beginning of the Asia Cup, we had expecting Sri Lanka to do well, but I'm afraid the result did not go well. We have Angie back with us to discuss what happened in that match and what they should do in the match against Bangladesh. Welcome, Angie.
Thank you, Anis. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure is all ours, Angelo. We, thought that Sri Lanka is going to play the brand of cricket we know they are up to, but I'm afraid Afghanistan just blew them away.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew the threat against Afghanistan, and it was all in all a disappointing performance by the entire team. I know they're hurting. I know everyone's hurting. The fans, even us, everyone. Just watching that performance um, was disheartening. But uh, there's another game tomorrow, and that's you got to put that aside because once in a while you come up with a performance like that, unfortunate performance like that, but you got to in a tournament like this, you got to reshuffle quickly, and you got to put it, wash it away, and then take the positives and learn from it, and obviously play well against Bangladesh.
Easier said than done, Angie. Like you said, that you got to wash aside or put aside this defeat. But as a player, you've experienced sometimes when you have that bad game, easy to switch it off and say, yeah, let me focus on today's game.
Definitely not. I mean, you feel hurt, and that can stay there for a while. I know it's easier said than done, obviously, as you said. But when you put up a performance like that, it will hurt you for some time. And but again, as a player, you need to. I mean, when you switch formats as well, you got to adapt as soon as possible. I mean, or else you're behind the eight ball. So uh, you got to sort of adapt. You know that you haven't done well, and take responsibility and go out there and just not lose confidence, because it can dent your confidence a little bit. The performance that we had against Afghanistan. I mean, not taking anything away from Afghanistan, they played extremely well. They are a very experienced unit when it comes to playing all around the world. Most of them are playing in international leagues, and that has given them that experience to bring in and play cricket like that, which we did um, against Bangladesh as well yesterday. So they are a very fiery force, and you can't take them lightly at all.
So, Angelo, we saw that it was the fast bowler Fazal Farooqi who rattled the Sri Lankans, the left arm, and they have Mustafizur Rahman in Bangladesh. So, you think a worry for like how Indians have a problem with the incoming ball?
I think not only the Indians, I mean, almost every team has got problems against the new ball coming back in, especially to the left armers, and that has always been a case. And so you got to try and find a way to play with the swing, and also the bowlers nowadays are very sharp in terms of thinking and execution. So you got to understand. So that's why we, before a game, we study about the opponent, we study about their variations and stuff like that. So you know exactly, with a new ball, this guy bowls this, and he can also bowl cutters and slower balls as well. So you got to uh, expect it as well, not be surprised at the time. So I'm sure they've watched the videos of the Bangladeshis. Obviously, we played a lot against the Bangladesh team, but in these conditions, what could the bowler do, and what will be the variations? Again, they're playing in Dubai, and the Dubai wicket seems like it had a little bit of grass, so the ball nips around a little bit. So you might have to change your strategies a little bit. I mean, it's not like a wicket where you can go after the ball, bowling from ball one. So you got to assess the conditions, assess the wicket a little bit, give yourself a bit of time to get going. And obviously, you can't just hang around there without scoring runs. But obviously, you have to give yourself a chance to know what the wicket is going to do, and then you can obviously take them on.
Angelo Matthews has hit the nail. You've got to give yourself chance, a little bit of time. And we saw that in that first 3 overs, Sri Lanka were 5 for 3, and it was difficult to come back. Anyway, let's come to tomorrow's game. Bangladesh, they have lost to Afghanistan. Sri Lanka has lost to Afghanistan. And you have to say both were clinical wins by Afghanistan. So it's just a shootout between both the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Afghanistan, as I said, they were very clinical with their performances, and they showed a lot of maturity, experience on the field. And yeah, it's a do or die game for both teams, and you just got to play your best cricket tomorrow on the day and do less mistakes, because obviously we will do mistakes, and everybody tend to do mistakes, but the team who does less mistakes tomorrow will obviously win. But I think once again, losing 3 wickets in the power play was not on, because once you lose 3 wickets, then I get the idea. I mean, you got to go hard in the first 6 overs, but as I said before, the conditions might not suit going hard from ball one. So you got to give yourself a chance, maybe use the pace a little bit, play good cricket shots, and obviously you can take them on. But without, I mean, if we can keep to 1 wicket falling, maybe at best 2 wickets in the first 6 overs, then I think we can capitalize in the middle. But it puts a lot of pressure on the batters if you lose two or 3 wickets in the power play.
We have seen the Sri Lankan squad. They have enough firepower at the back end in Kamika Karunatne. We have the skipper, then Bhanuka Rajapaksha. So it's not that they need to go that gungo cricket in the first 6 overs. You get 40 in 6 overs for a wicket. I think you can always recover for 171, 60 plus if you have wickets in hand.
Absolutely. We've got the firepower, as you said, but they came in too early in the last game. If they had come up maybe around the 14th, 15th over, they can go from ball one. And I'm sure the platform has been set if we had batted well in the first six and also in the middle overs. So which the batters couldn't do, obviously, but hoping they will do tomorrow. Obviously, we have our own brand of cricket, and we shouldn't. I mean, as I always say, we should play our own brand of cricket, and we have that smart thinking players in our team, where you can obviously hit the gaps, run hard, and you don't have to muscle the ball all the time. So you just get that 160 plus on the board, and then you're giving your bowlers a chance to win the game. So you got to be smart. You got to play smart cricket. Not that you got to just hang around there by the 20 overs. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you understand your strengths, understand what you are capable of, and you don't have to be anyone else. You just go out there and do what you do best.
Like in both the matches which Afghanistan won against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, you saw that the top order just collapsed. Whereas when Afghanistan was chasing on a difficult wicket, they had this boy by the name of Zadran. I'm talking about Ibrahim Zadran, who's been the anchor around whom the other Zadran went hard. So they did not lose that wicket. So that's a good ploy, I believe. If it works, it comes off.
Yeah, I mean, each team have their own brand of cricket. I mean, they've come up with a clear plan, and they've been given clear roles, and you can see that on the field. So if sometimes it doesn't happen, maybe another batter will take the anchor role, and the other one will take the bowlers on. So that's how you plan going forward in a game, because always you cannot expect somebody to do a certain role. So you got to adjust, you got to assess the conditions. So you got to be on your toes thinking all the time, because you haven't got enough time to sort of sit back, relax, and think of what you want to do. So you got to make those decisions in seconds. So yes, I mean Ibrahim and the others are
Mujibullah.
done. Both batted extremely well. I mean, it's so pleasing to the eye to see them bat like that. I mean, they're playing good cricket shots. They're not just slogging. And it looks like Afghanistan are going to be a very dangerous team in this Asia Cup. You know, they can upset any team, and I'm sure they'll give a good run for the like other teams as well, like the big guns. So yes, as I said, I'm sure we have a clear plan. It's just that we couldn't execute in the last game. It's a execution. We can have 4 5 plans for a game, but if you don't execute on the field, everything will look like we didn't have any plans. But I'm sure we have plans. I'm sure that we are still planning for the Bangladesh team, and hopefully the guys can execute on the field.
You see any changes coming up tomorrow, or you stick to the same squad?
See, it's a bit of a toughie. In my opinion, maybe Dhananjay De Silva can come into the team in the middle order. He gives that stability, um, and I would like to have that left hand right hand opening combination. But I can understand why the two right handers are opening at the top, because Pathum has been scoring runs in T20s over the past several months, and Kusal Mendes is lethal up there. So I can understand the thinking. Um, I personally would like to have the left hand right hand combination, and also I would like to see Dhananjay De Silva coming in, and maybe Asita Fernando as well, uh, uh, from a fast bowling point of view.
So, if you want to get Dhananjay, that would be at the cost of Chamika.
No, I think Chamika gives you a different um, uh, dimension in the game.
He's an
So
all-rounder.
he's an all rounder. So one of the batters
So the
that's
openers
up.
probably either Pathun, Kusal, Charita, one of them.
Yeah, so Kusal, I think Kusal has to play. Um, so it's a really
Tough
tough
call.
call. I mean, really tough call, because all of them are in good shape, and Pathum has been scoring a lot of runs. But it's just that Danushka batting in the middle order, which is, I think he's been an opener right throughout. It's not that, I mean, we as batters have to um, sort of have an open mind, especially when it comes to T20 cricket. Whether wherever you bat, you should be able to adjust and adapt. But it's just that I like to see Danushka batting in the top order, so that it gives that right hand left hand combination up at the top. So it's a really tough one. I mean, I I'll be thinking really hard, and if I still think okay, then I'll probably might go with the same team. So it's a very tough call. It depends on the conditions. It depends on the opposition as well to make that call.
Right, tough call. Just with one game, you just can't ask a player to sit out, but it's a do and die game. We'll have to wait and watch. We wish Sri Lanka the very best for this match, and we hope they come out trumps against Bangladesh. Now, coming to India-Pakistan match, we saw Virat Kohli's comeback, even when I say comeback after a 40 days break, where he said he did not touch the bat. Did you watch the innings?
Absolutely. You know what a champion he is. The attitude that he brings to the field is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, he always wants it. He always wants that challenge. He likes to obviously score on the big stage, and which he did. I mean, the start that he got, I thought he would, carry on for a few more overs, but uh, that innings that he played, he showed that he's got back his touch. He scored some wonderful shots along the ground and over as well. And we are seeing a bit of the old Virat once again.
But wasn't he a little bit anxious to feel the ball where he nicked it and all could have been caught for naught?
It happens. I mean, obviously, it happens to anyone. You need that bit of rub at the green as well. You can't always have luck going the other way. So you will get that chance on and off, and he made it count. I mean, he got that start, um, and he played some wonderful shots, and I'm sure that will give him a lot of confidence going into the next game.
And if you had to sum up India-Pakistan match, where do you think Pakistan lost it?
I thought they could have got a little bit more runs. It was good bowling once again by the Indians, and also see, you can't really pinpoint where it went wrong. It's just that they had uh, both the teams had played really good
Chance.
cricket, and they had their chances to win. And it's just that on the day, India came out best. It went down to the wire once again, and we all expected that. If they play again tomorrow, we don't know who will win. It's that kind of a contest. So yeah, both teams had their chances, but I thought India, with Jadeja and Hardik playing those two innings was crucial for India's win.
Jadeja and Hardik were crucial for India's win. That's all we have for today, my friends. And we will have Angelo Matthews soon to understand what is going to happen. Rather, we hope Sri Lanka goes into the next round so we can discuss more on Sri Lanka's prospect in the future. Thank you, Angelo Matthews. We catch you up soon.
Thanks, Anish.